Hello world and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're trying something a little different. We're going to play a few rounds of Overwatch. Now I'm going to start this new series called OverSunday where I play one character for a few rounds the whole day. And you guys can choose that if you choose to comment. So today we're going to play the new Overwatch Uprising selection they have in the mini games section. I haven't played this before, so I'm just reading about the rules. I'm just going to get started. I decided to go normal first since I've never played it. I'm already in love with the style of map that they've chosen, and I love how they've really come back to the original story of the Omnic Crisis for Overwatch, and I think that Overwatch is really going to benefit from this. And the little explanation given by Tracer at the beginning is really good insight for, say, new players who haven't played before, and also continues that storyline that we heard about with Winston and all the other characters when Blizzard brought out all those cinematic trailers and the movie cutscenes to explain what really happened for Overwatch and the Omnic Crisis.
Launched a surprise attack on King's Row. Hundreds were killed.
I also like the fact that they chose to use King's Row because, well, one, it's not really my favourite map, but I think it really shows the magnitude of the story because of all the Omnics that were living in harmony there and everything, and I just think it's great.
To liberate the city. It's my first mission and the only way to save my home. I hope we're not too late.
This is Morrison.
Now I'm so pleased that I was given Tracer just as like a preset thing so I could quickly push X because Tracer's my main at the moment. I also love that Morrison comes on and talks to you, and with each round someone new joins with him. So in this first round I'm pretty sure I get Gabrielle along with Morrison. And in the future rounds I sometimes get Captain Amari or Anna. So I think that's really good. It's quite interactive, and I like the display at the top left, how you can check to make sure that you're watching all your teammates' health and everything. I also like that it's a good preset for the chosen characters. Personally, I wouldn't be anyone else other than Tracer since I main her, but it's just really good. And I like the stages of this, although I wasn't aware that it took so long because this is my first time playing it.
Approaching your position.
Here we go.
Let's hear those guns.
Vital signs negative. All right. I'm doing just fine, Dr. Z. Don't worry about me. You let me know if that changes.
Now I'm trying to really charge up my ult here so I can use it to get a triple kill here. I'm gonna land it. Triple kill, awesome.
Captain Amari, where's the next defense node?
In the courtyard, up ahead. I'm marking it on your HUD.
You're
One
everything
down,
is
2
spotted.
to go.
Behind me. At underway. The guns should be coming down shortly. Significant Omnic presence closing in on your position.
Keep your turret up. Everywhere.
I feel like this is what Overwatch was meant to be, and I really like how we get to see
You're exposed in your current
sort of the past of what would have happened, but I also think that this should be a set feature for the game because in all the storyline it is about the Omnic Crisis and everything. Whereas Overwatch just seems it's more about playing, you know, against real life people. Whereas I really like this co-op kind of thing without actual people like trying to verse you. I really like the fact that we are actually doing the on the crisis. I think it's a good addition, and I reckon it should stay. If I had it my way, I would make this style the main game, and have the part where you verse people online as the mini game. I think that would work really well.
Down for the count. Wicked!
Your troops headed in your direction.
I foresee great things for you. Turret deployed. Eradicator's body.
Alright, so now that we've hacked that zone, the next part is to form up on the payload, and all 4 players have to get there before we can start moving the payload. I realise now that this was actually difficult. Not this team, we did it quite quickly, but the next few rounds I played after that, some people just wouldn't stand in the payload and we were just wasting time, and it was so annoying because you have to have all 4 members on the payload and it just wasn't working. But I'm glad that I was in a team for the first round that really knew what they were doing.
The payload is waiting.
Down for the great job.
Dropship incoming. Payload online. Initiating startup sequence.
Inspires confidence, doesn't it?
Null sector forces are inbound to your position.
Now, as you can see, I decided to use my ult and I wasted it like a stupid idiot and killed no one. So I'm loving life at this point.
Keep them off the payload.
And stay. Eradicator spotted.
Like they just needed a moment to get warmed up.
So it's ready to move out?
Not quite yet.
I should have known. Team, get ready for another wave of attacks.
Detonator spotted. We need to keep that at bay.
Now those huge bomb things, that big spherical omnic in the back, they are brutal. If your team can't work together to take them all down at the same time, you might as well kiss your payload health goodbye, because they take quite a lot of shots to take them down. So you need at least 3 players on 1 to take it down. Taking them down by yourself doesn't work. And as you can see, I was the only one taking down this one, and I couldn't get rid of it in time.
Eradicator spotted.
Claudia? What was that sound?
Seems like we hit another little snag.
Define little snag.
Forget about it. Defend the payload. It just needs a little more time. It's going to work. Trust me.
Just like in the crisis.
Stay there. There you go.
It's long.
And this is the only time I like these little slices. Just go, come on, leave them in, and then you wreck them. Triple kill. There we go. Now I wasn't aware of these little slices, so boom, and they're gone. Sucked in.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Now this protecting the payload feels like it goes on forever. I can't remember how long it goes on for, but I'm sure you guys would have noticed. But we're down to the wire now, we've got 7 seconds to go. Oh my god, it feels like it goes on forever because it just keeps hammering you with Omnics, but then the next part is the hardest part. Actually escorting it, that's difficult.
Good job, Chief. Handing you over to Commander Reyes. Amari out.
Ray is here. Latest Blackwatch intelligence.
I freaking love Reyes when he does the speech. I think it's just so good, and I love the interaction between him and Morrison. And I just think that bringing all these characters and their past and bringing them back to life essentially is just such a blessing. And I really like the way Reyes interacts in this part. Now a lot of the Omnics in the escorting come from behind the payload, so as a team we had to be really careful that at least one of us stayed with the payload. Usually it was Reinhardt, usually stayed back. Sometimes he came forward and Torbjorn stayed with the payload, and we sort of did like a tag team so that we could always monitor the back of the payload, because that's when the spherical, I keep forgetting what they're actually called, they kept coming. Like here we can see they kept coming. But we were quite quick to react, and we knew when they were coming, so that was good.
Let me go. Down for the count.
I just love the ones you can take one down in one full sweep. It's so good. You feel really good about it as well. Oh, look, I just got myself another kill. I don't know why I'm doing this voice though.
Armor here.
Now we were out the front of this door for a really long time. I'm not exactly sure why, because I don't know. I think they just really wanted to have areas where the Omnics kept hammering you, so you were forced to stop. But this part got quite annoying. So we just randomly shoot something that I thought was an enemy. But yeah, this part I really wish I had my ult. It would have been really great just to plop it in the middle there, or at least on one of them. I think it would have worked really well. But unfortunately, I'm wasting it on areas like where there's no one, because I think that that's a good idea apparently.
You should be a peak performance.
Firing up!
Should we be standing further away?
Maybe behind my shield.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Get that door open now.
I love how young Reyes sounds. I think it's just beautiful. I'm sorry, but I love little details like that. And they all sound really young, kind of nervous because, well, for Tracer. It's her first mission and everything. I just think it's really authentic the way that they interact with each other at this point.
Focus on those OR-14s. They're your first priority. Take them out.
Go! Go! Take out any downsect that moves inside!
Now this is the hardest part of the whole entire objective. The final part where you're coming through this area here, the Orisas that they put there, they're so much stronger than like I anticipated, and then they really bring out the bastions. And when you get past the corner there, most of the bastions are all have ults, and they're all they just all come out and they all put in their sentry positions everywhere, and it's really hard to articulate a way to get around it. So you really had to sort of clump together and come as one big unit through there. You couldn't really go off by yourself. I tried doing that, and right at the last few meters that the payload had to go, it all unraveled, and you're about to see that in a minute.
There's 2 targets left.
Tracer's down! Revive her!
Heroes never die.
Down! I am seriously injured! Down! Tracer's down! Revive her!
I could use some healing!
So yeah, that was brilliant. It really came down to the wire there. It just, yeah, we sort of split up as a pack, and I don't think we really expected there to be bastions in sentry positions both at the 2 openings of the enemy base there, and yeah, we really paid for it in the end. But it was still a good experience nonetheless. I think that this is certainly a game that is great to adapt with. I love this minigame choice. I think it's great. I think that they should incorporate it to be like a permanent game. I think it would do really well. It's a really nice change from the usual like competitive and quick plays. Yeah, so I think it did really well. So there we go. That was the Uprising Heroes one. It was pretty good. I was thinking during the match that since all of those characters are in their original outfits, that I'd check some of the original Overwatch members and see if they had skins, and I went through and I found some of them. Some of the characters that were originally from, like, the ones that were the founders of Overwatch didn't even have skins. Like Winston, I thought would have looked good in a skin. Yeah, so I was a little bit disappointed with that. I checked May. I'm not sure really why. I thought she might have had something. But then again, she's sort of one of the newer ones. But yeah, I think that they've done really well to incorporate the original storyline of Overwatch, and I hope that this stays for a while. I hope they'd be able to make it a permanent fixture of the game. Alright guys, well thanks for watching the first episode of OverSunday. I'll be able to play multiple rounds in a day, but for the first one I thought this was alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next Sunday. Please comment down below if you'd like to see me try to do a few more rounds with some different characters. I'll only be doing one character every Sunday. If not, I'll just keep rolling through all the characters. Alright everybody, Melanie fucks us out.